D&D2E podcast,
where we talk about Dungeons and Dragons 2nd Edition, our favorite version of D&D.
The beers are kind of in the 90s and we still play and still love it. We don't know why, but it's the best one.
Yeah, we're very nostalgic for this era, so we talk about all things related to it. We hope you enjoy.
Yeah, much fun.
Online now?
Yeah, we're on. We're on the air. It's our first podcast.
Wow. Exciting time.
The very first podcast.
Hi, Jake.
Yo, what up, man?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty stoked about this day today.
Yeah, me too.
Crazy.
It's the first we never done a podcast and we don't know what we're doing.
So let's
but we
drink
do
a
it
beer.
anyway. Yeah, we're also drinking beer. We do know how to do that.
No, it's the first time that we drink beer. Cheers.
My very first beer.
Oh, I'm drunk.
No, we're to be clear, we're gonna get drunk during this podcast. We're not drunk now.
It's true.
We're gonna be drinking as we're doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's a podcast about AD&D 2nd Edition, and we play AD&D 2nd Edition. And when we're doing that, we get drunk. So let's do it during the podcast.
Often, yeah. Most of the times it's often. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, like,
getting drunk and also maybe sometimes don't.
Yeah,
don't talk about that too loud.
I think it's fine.
I think so. Yeah.
So
People should know.
people should know that
People should know that we are fine with that.
we
are open.
Well, I used to be like an actual drunken stoner when I started playing D&D, in the 90s. But now I'm just a guy who sometimes drinks and gets stoned, and instead of being like a drunken stoner. But one of those times, I mean, is when you're playing D&D. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the fun, I think.
One question. I am too far away from the micro, or is it okay? Can you hear me, people? I hope so. I think it's okay, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the podcasts work.
Yeah, but I stay like that, huh? So I hope people can hear me. So
Get a little closer.
yeah, a little closer. Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
It's still a test, guys.
That's good, right there.
Okay, now I can see it. Yeah, cool.
We're figuring. I don't know So I'm.
That's Jake.
Yeah, who are we? I'm Jake. We just talked about.
Hey, Jake. Maybe I may make a little interview. Hey, Jake.
We just talked about drinking and smoking weed, playing D&D before we even told them our names.
So let's introduce ourselves, maybe.
Good idea. Good idea.
Come on, Jake. What's up with you?
I'm Jake, and I am. That's it. I don't know.
That's it. You are Jake.
Say your name.
I'm Flo.
Okay, and then
Florian in long, but people call me Flo.
And this is a hack and slash. We call this hack and slash because we like the hack and slash style of gameplay, but also
not complete.
We like role playing too.
Yeah, totally.
But
I love role playing, but this hack and slash is so much fun. Like going into the dungeon and kill the monster.
And yeah, dude. I mean,
makes so much fun. So
especially at the end of the night when you are really drunk, then just kill that fucking dragon.
Yeah.
But we also think so.
Level and looten.
I'm hack and you're slash. We decided.
Yeah, we decided.
It's kind of our names, also our little nicknames.
So that's not Jake. That's hack, and I'm slash because I wear the hat.
Yeah, because you have a hat. You got a slashy kind of style of personality, I think.
And you are just hack.
And I am a hack. I'm a 42-year-old man. I'm a musician and a professional performance artist who, at this point in my life, has amounted to nothing. So I'm a hack.
Hack in German, it's Hack. So and there is also other podcast. It's gemischtes Hack. So it's a good taste of meat. So
okay.
It's a mixture of meat of a raw pig and cow meat.
Wait! It's a raw pig and cow meat.
Yeah, it's Hack.
That's like a German thing.
Yes.
That's like Hackfleisch.
Hackfleisch.
Oh,
right.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I'm from Germany actually. So I'm from.
That brings us to our next point. Yes.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Flo?
Oh, thanks that you asked me that. I'm from not from Berlin, but I live in Berlin since I think 13, 14 years now, and came from the north of Germany, a little town called, I don't call the name here, Fechter, and it's close to Bremen.
Oh, Fechter. That sounds almost like the word Vecna. Crazy.
Ooh, crazy. Or like the Fechter, and when you in German, this swashbuckler
Mhm.
kind of guy who has a rapier,
Yeah.
these long swords, this stilet kind of sword,
Yeah.
you know, and that's a Fechter.
Oh, okay, cool, man.
So, but with F. And Fechter, the name, the town is with how, what's V in English?
V, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
I thought we were going to get to the German learning part a little later, but we're bussing out. We are bussing out right
Okay,
the fuck
cool.
now.
That's what's a podcast. Nice. Goodbye, guys.
And that's your German D&D word for the day.
What was that? I know we come to that.
That's the middle of the
no
podcast
spoiler
thing.
here, dude.
I don't know. We're new at this.
But I have here like a list, like there are some topics, and maybe you came up with
Yeah,
one
so
of them.
each week we're going to do, basically it's our first podcast, and the general theme is Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition. There's a lot of D&D podcasts out there and a lot of D&D in media right now.
But all 5e. Fuck
Yeah,
them,
what is
fuck
5e? What is that even?
I don't know. I never played it.
I know, it's so funny that you never played
You
it.
did.
I experimented with it in the past months.
Asshole.
I mean, just experimental.
Pathfinder is okay. I play Pathfinder sometimes. One time, not sometimes.
Yeah, so you get to play Pathfinder, so that's cool.
Yeah,
But
that's really cool.
Anyway, look, we played D&D 2nd edition because we started playing it when we were kids in the 90s, and we have this podcast themed around not only Dungeons and Dragons, but also about specifically AD&D 2nd edition and sort of things that relate specifically to that. So things like the zeitgeist of the era in which that version of the game existed, namely the late 80s and the 90s. So, clearly there's a lot to do there, but today we're just kind of going over the topic is why we play it, and
How we met each other.
like the origin stories. It's the origin stories episode. So it's like
how it all began.
Yeah.
With us and why we still love it. Like wow, D&D and Sacco 2nd edition, like everybody's talking like, well, what the fuck with the Sacco was there? We talk about that too.
Yeah.
So it's one of the topics, and it's the first episode, so we keep it simple and start with something, and that's the origins from us and why we love it.
Yeah, origin stories of AD&D 2nd edition, but more specifically, like, why we play it, why we love it, what the fuck is wrong with us? Why are we playing this old version of this game?
Don't get me wrong, we are not really PC, like NPC.
We are not PC, we are NPC.
So maybe we are a little bit retarded.
Oh, see, you're not allowed to say that anymore.
I'm sorry, I work with retarded people, so come on. So I can't say that. So I'm allowed to say that, I think.
You do you. I mean, I don't know. That's like...
Nobody knows me.
The internet murders people for that shit these days. Not like the 90s anymore, which sucks, and that's why...
I think maybe we are kind of like hanging on one spot and love this spot and don't want to overcomplicating things, like getting new rules done in my head, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I play other games and I can learn new rules, but the 2nd edition is so huge and brings so much with it. So why learn the 3rd edition, 4th edition, 5th edition even, like what, why? So 2nd is cool, play it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool because 5th edition is there and this game is still living and the people can grab money out of it and put money into it. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So don't get me wrong. It's cool. The company lives, but 2nd edition lives also. So, and still, I play it since 20 years. Now more than 20 years. I play it since I was 15. Now I'm 39. So how much is it? So whatever. It's a lot.
Bad at math.
Yeah, me too. A lot of years. And, there were still so many new things to learn about 2nd edition, like I watched last week again in this spell book and recognized new spells because I created a new character with you in your campaign and recognized, okay, to be a summoner, it's really interesting, and there are some spells I never used before, and I play this thing like when I was 15, like over 20 years now. So, and still there were new things in that 2nd edition. So come on.
Yeah, there's always still new stuff to learn with I mean, they made so much material for it, like all the campaign worlds and the monsters and the player, all the different players' handbook addendums, the races handbooks and the class handbooks, and there's always just new shit to explore because over the course of a game session or camp, let's say you meet up like every week, the dream. And we're a once a month group right now.
It's still cool.
But
once in a month is better than nothing. So.
Let's just imagine you meet up every week, and let's
for me,
pretend like you're a teenager and you have that time again. There's still you're never going to get to everything in these books. Like there's all these kits and there's all these the monster annuals that come out. Like even the monster annuals, they came out once a year, but you have like so many monsters in them, you can just keep on using them. And playing with new ones and shit, and
also when you're getting older with this shit and reading the monsters again when you're older, you read different things in the rules. I think also like where do the monsters live? Maybe when you are 15 or 16 or maybe 20, you don't give a shit where the monster live. You just put it in a dungeon and fight against it.
Yeah,
and then you are like whatever 30 or so, and then you think, okay, actually this monster lives in a swamp. Maybe I make a campaign around this swamp. It's so much interesting.
Yeah.
So it's so cool. You can bring always new stuff into this world. So second edition lives still. So, and we are really excited about, or I'm really interested in how many people still play second edition. That's also really the first bottom line of our topics. Is like how many people
who plays this fucking game other than us?
Yeah, please comment in whatever
tell
the
us.
comment section. I don't know. Is there a comment section anywhere?
I don't know. I don't even know how the internet works at all.
What is internet?
We do have a
internet.
I'm making us an Instagram page for this. So comment on Instagram. That's
that's Jake's business, by the way. So I'm not at Instagram. I'm not at Facebook. Sorry, I will not be. So Jake will do all that stuff. We have also a Patreon.
Yeah, we're like 40. Well, I'm 42, and you're
39.
So we're of Instagram age. Facebook's for like people who are about to die of old age in a couple of years now, and TikTok's for the kids. So we're the Instagram generation, I guess. We're gonna get. I always have this.
That could be a jingle.
I always have this hater in my head, the hater commentator.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I say shit and I imagine what some asshole on the internet would say to me.
Yeah.
And so I'm imagining some like 42-year-old person be like, Jake, I'm on TikTok and I made $1 million fucking bucks off it, so you're an idiot. And to that person I say, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you are the idiot.
Like that's what I say to the haters.
I mean, you make millions out of it, but you are at TikTok. Fuck you. So whatever. Yeah. We don't give a shit.
I say stupid shit all the time.
Me too. And people, when you listen to us, get used to it. We are, as we said, 5 minutes ago, we are not NPC.
We're not PC.
So we are NPC. I mean, yeah, that's it. We are NPC.
And we're kind of... Yeah. Also, what I noticed, what I like about this, I thought about this, I wanted to mention it to you, but I'm glad I waited to the podcast to bring it up because it's quite pertinent. This whole thing's like sort of a 90s themed thing where like, again...
90s or
80s and 90s. Yeah. And we're talking about stuff in this era for this podcast. True. And
I rolled a 20, by the way. It's a 2. Fuck.
Okay,
sorry,
that's totally random.
Yeah, I mean, totally random.
No, what's funny though? You rolled a 2?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, that's kind of a coincidence because I was just gonna say
what? That's really not. We planned that. No,
that's for real. That's real shit that just happened. I was gonna say how in the 90s there was this kind of thing where it was popular to have 2 kind of stupid males. Like Beavis and Butthead's the main one, but also like Bill and Ted, and then that A Dude Where's My Car and all that.
Okay, that I don't know.
There was like a buddy. There was like a buddy comedy thing, but where it's like 2 dumb teenage dudes getting into mischief.
And you will say that we are 2.
This is kind of our vibe.
Hack&Slash.
Hack&Slash.
Stupid 90s guys.
We're like 2 stupid 90s guys. Like just
nice, dude. I love it.
High five. Well, that's
also 90s.
That was really homoerotic. Yeah.
Hey, don't be so PC.
You rolled a 2. You rolled a 2.
Yeah,
it's crazy. 2 guys, 2 on the 20.
There is no coincidence in the world. They're just destiny in the universe. Like fuck it. Yeah, we are surrounded from D&D 2nd edition and in the era stuff like minis. Like we love, I love minis. By the way, we all love minis, miniatures. With minis, it's short for miniatures.
I fucking hate them. No, just kidding. I love.
But we have also like pictures from a Wizard of Ty here, the Red Wizard. Everybody knows that already because of this new movie which came out recently, which was really cool. We loved it.
So awesome. Love the D&D movie.
Good movie. Wow.
Finally,
a good movie. I mean, it's like God Guardians of the Galaxy and fantasy, but better, I think. You know,
Oh man, it was so good.
so many Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love it so much.
Really finally, but like we will have an episode where we talk more about D&D in media specifically.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
so.
makes sense. Yeah,
We'll get there.
but we have lots of like 5 or 6 minis from this movie here, and I have also my first character as a mini in front of me. It's Lobster Johnson, which I played in your campaign, or which
Yeah.
I still play in your campaign. I mean, I play 3 different characters
You're starting
already.
your 3rd character tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, it's the first one that as first sesh with my new character tomorrow. But I don't know if I spoil too much already. I don't know. Where are we?
I don't know. What are we talking about?
I
Fuck. Do you guys like this podcast? Are we doing a good job? Will you keep listening?
15 minutes now. Should we quit?
Nah, dude. If you listen to some of the other fucking podcasts, especially D&D ones, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's so weird because a lot of podcasts is people talking about this. Like what we're doing it's just people talking. I don't know. No, I want to tell our origin story about us meeting because when we met, the way. So I didn't even say where I was from. First off, I should throw that out there. I'm not from Germany.
Hey, Jake, where are you from? Nice that you bring that up. So you asked me that question. I ask you, where are you from?
Whenever anybody asks me, I say Portland, Oregon. And it's not a lie, and it is a lie.
Why?
It's not a lie because I came from Portland, Oregon to Germany. So this is literally where I am coming from. And I also loved it there. It felt more like home than anywhere I've ever lived in my entire life. But I did only live there for 3 years, but I made some of my best friendships of life there. I had the best times. I really clicked in the culture. You can talk to people and feel like they're like your people for me in that city. But then really I grew up in Idaho. So
okay. But your birthday was in which town?
I was born in Washington D.C.
Wow.
And I lived in California, and now my family lives in Colorado. So,
but Idaho is where you came from, actually. You say.
Again, dude, it's a complicated question.
Yeah. I never really get it. You know, I know you now since I think 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, yeah,
4 years.
2018.
18, so 5 years
5
already.
years, yeah.
So, and I never really get it together, you know. But you also have these Irish roots.
Oh, that's a whole other thing. I have,
whatever.
I have Irish citizenship, but that's just because the Irish government gives you a passport
so he
if
is
you have
an
a
American Irish guy. Is that not crazy?
Yeah. Dude. A lot of Americans like to say they're Irish, but I got the fucking passport.
And I'm just German, but hey.
Yeah, so
that's totally enough. Yeah, so okay.
But I lived in a lot of different states. Anyway, like I've an affinity with Oregon and also with now Colorado, because that's kind of where I go visit my family now when I go back to visit.
What's infinity again? That's
it's like I don't know what it is in German. My German's not good enough to know what affinity, the word affinity auf Deutsch is.
I think it's Unendlichkeit, yeah.
Unendlichkeit.
Unendlichkeit. So it never ends, never ending story.
It's an affinity is like a connection. Yeah, it's just a fancy word for an intimate connection.
Okay, I thought because these Infinity comics, blah, blah.
No, not infinity, affinity.
Ah, yeah. Okay, sorry.
In affinity. Yeah, no, yes. Similar word.
Okay, thanks.
But I
still learning. Cool.
I really
learn new things here.
I came to Germany.
And this podcast. Hack&Slash.
Listen to our podcast. We're Hack&Slash.
Sorry to interrupt.
We're two guys from the 90s.
Get used to it. I always will interrupt things.
No, it's good, man. Yeah. Sometimes Germans don't interrupt each other as much as Americans, and it's a little annoying. Yeah. I'm like, why aren't you interrupting me? Jesus, it's scary. You're just waiting for me to answer you?
I really hope I'm not like this German. I don't know.
The Germans take turns talking. Americans are all over each other. Like,
but sorry. Okay, you came from Oregon. No, Idaho. No, what?
I don't know, dude. It's boring.
U.S.
I'm from the U.S.
But when so we talk about D&D, I think, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to.
Okay, let's get.
So I came and I lived in southern Germany for a while. In Freiburg im Breisgau in Baden-Württemberg. That's a lot of German words, yes.
Breisgau in Baden-Württemberg, to say it in German.
Oh, Baden-Württemberg. I always call it Burg. I get that wrong.
No, it's not a Burg. It's not a castle.
It's a mountain.
It's a mountain.
Yeah, it's a berg, not a Burg. I'm so bad with that. Mein Deutsch ist scheiße.
Yeah, you can. No,
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's fine. I'm okay with it.
As my English is kind of, but it's okay. So, hello.
But I wanted to move away from Freiburg, and I thought I want to move to a big city where there's a lot going on. And as far as Germany goes, that's Berlin. Berlin is the city of Germany where the most shit is going on. So
it's a main city. It's a Hauptstadt.
Yeah, the Hauptstadt.
Yeah.
Deutschlands. So I came here and I wanted to explore, and I went to this shop in Kreuzberg, and it was the Cortex, which is
nice. This punk rock shop.
Yeah, this punk rock record shop, and I was just kind of poking around and
it was also kind of my first shop here in Berlin. When
Oh, really?
I started. Yeah, because punk rock, So it's also okay. People don't know we are like these kids who love punk rock. Oh, something happened to your MacBook?
Yeah, it's okay. It's just the screensaver. It's still recording. It's all good.
Yeah.
We're new at podcasts.
Can
Would it make you
because
feel more comfortable
yeah,
when you see the screen?
sorry, little break. We have to but you are still online. We are still online and
I don't
Okay,
understand
cool.
computers and shit.
Me neither. I don't give a fuck.
The
But-
screensaver came on. It's off now. You're safe, Flo.
Oh, thanks. I can see how
You
we
can see our voice.
Yeah, cool. That makes me more comfy. Sorry. Okay.
My voice disappeared, dude. Fuck.
Where's my voice?
A silent spell cast by a great drow elf.
Asked by Apple.
A computer elf.
An Apple NPC. Whatever. So Cortex.
Yeah, dude. So I was there and I wanted to see No Effects. And this was in 2018, right?
Mhm.
And 2018 was the year that No Effects made this really shitty joke, which maybe some people remember. Yeah, they were in Las Vegas and they made a joke that was making fun of people who got killed in a shooting. And which was I love this band. But that was a shitty thing they said. Now here's how
Fat Mike.
here's how you can tell. Here's how you can tell that I'm from the 90s and that I'm like a 42-year-old man and not a younger person than that, because somebody that I like can say something I disagree with without me hating
still
them.
loving him. Yeah.
It's crazy. You if you haven't tried that, I
don't
encourage
ghost him.
everybody to try
You didn't
that.
ghost him? What's going on?
No, I didn't say fuck you, Fat Mike.
Yeah, I hate you. You are not PC.
You're not PC.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
You're offensive. You offensive brute.
To be honest, in this moment that I saw this clip where he said this joke, I was laughing. And
Yeah.
then I was like,
It was a shamey laugh. You know, you're like, Jesus Christ, dude, you fucking
like,
horrible man.
But I know it
No.
was like ironic, and it was like sarcasm.
Well, those guys have been assholes on stage since they're
Ever.
You gave me the book of their autobiography, which I read, the Hepatitis Bathtub, great book, and thank you for that. They were assholes. Like, that's kind of their thing. That's their shtick.
Yeah.
And then the cancel culture just kind of caught up with them, you know?
Yeah.
And so
Sure.
I didn't, again, I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Mhm.
I understand they're assholes.
So people, I think you always you recognize now that we are like these punk rock
Old
bands,
fuckers.
NoFX, Lagwagon, Bad Religion, Rancid, all these and other cool stuff. Also new punk rock bands, but NoFX is our favorite. So okay,
I was
your
listening to a
story.
lot of NoFX when I was playing AD&D as a teenager. Just throwing that out there to get thematic,
I-
keep it on topic. But
I think I never listened to NoFX when I played D&D, but I always listen to NoFX. Oh, sorry, I'm away from
you're
the mic.
drifting.
I'm drifting away. I'm in my dream world.
I can see you're like looking up and thinking about NoFX. You're like, did I
And
listen?
D&D.
Did I listen to NoFX while I was playing D&D? Flo, come back to us.
Here I am. I'm back. Guys, no worry. No worry.
So anyway, that year, 2018, they got canceled from all their venues in the US, but they didn't get canceled from Europe. And and they were going to play a show in Berlin 3 weeks after I'd been here, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll go back to Berlin to see the NoFX show.
So
it was a Punk and Drublic,
Punk and Drublic.
2018, and then I wasn't sure if I should or not, because I'm like, I have to go then I have to travel back up there, and it's kind of a pain in the ass and everything.
From Baden-Württemberg.
For all the way from Baden-Württemberg, and then
It's like 600 kilometers or so.
yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah.
But still, it's you have to spend some
of
effort
course.
to get there.
Yeah, for sure. You have to travel one day for that. For
Yeah.
sure.
So, but then the guy at the record shop at Cortex was like, because I told him that, and I was like, they got canceled from the U.S. Wouldn't it be so cool to see him here? And he was the perfect, correct amount of persuasiveness. He wasn't overbearing. Like, dude, you should totally come see him. But he wasn't like, I don't give a fuck, whatever. He was like, wouldn't it be kind of cool to see him though? Don't you think it'd be cool?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, dude, it would. I'll buy the tickets. So it was a fateful.
How much you paid for the ticket? Do you?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever.
That's such a German question. Tell me how much it cost.
I mean, we come to the point that I was also there, but I don't know. I don't remember. So I was just interested in these times.
The pre-COVID tickets. How much did they cost back then?
Germans always want to know.
They always want to know how much everything costs, dude. It's so weird.
I open a new beer.
You open new beer?
I open a new beer.
So I came back. I saw the show. Cheers.
Prost.
And it was a great show. And Fat Mike was saying offensive stuff. I remember one thing he said that made me laugh was he goes, because I was thinking of moving to Berlin, and he goes, "It's nice to be back in Berlin. It's like the third best city in Europe. We love it." And the crowd sort of seemed awkward at that, And he goes, "Come on," but he goes, "Come on, guys. It's not like you're Paris."
Nice.
Like, there's that asshole that I love.
Cool.
So then after the show, I was wasted, and you were wasted, and we met on the train.
Yes.
And
I remember that.
Yeah, I saw you. You were with some friends, and you had a NoFX shirt on it, and it was that post-concert. The party vibe was still going.
I had this punk and Drublick shirt on.
Yeah, you had the punk and Drublick with the cut-off sleeves that you have.
Yeah.
And I had just stayed with I was couch surfing with this girl, and I was asking about different neighborhoods in Berlin, and I said, "What are some of them like?" I was thinking of moving here, and she mentioned Prenzlauer Berg. I mentioned it or something that came up, and she goes. She was really poo-pooing on Prenzlauer Berg, the neighborhood in Berlin. And she goes, "Oh, we were talking in German," and she goes,
and that's good. That's a good thing.
She goes, "Es ist voll mit schwangere, vegane, schwäbische Frauen."
Oh, nice.
And which means,
say that really well.
Which means she goes, it's full of pregnant Schwäbisch vegan women.
And Schwäbisch, it's like the richest in a sport in Germany, like it's Baden-Württemberg. So people who comes from there are really rich, and all of them kind of, that's what we feel here in Berlin, came to Berlin, Prenzlauer Berg.
Yeah, there's like this, that could be a whole podcast of itself. The Schwebenhaus podcast. It's podcast number 2.
Related to D&D,
however. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, whatever. Come on. Let's keep on rolling, because it's half an hour already.
But it's our origin story. I love this story.
Yeah, it's true. It's
brilliant. Because
I love this story too, man.
Because
sure. Don't get me wrong.
NoFX at the end of the show did a little lip sync to the musical Avenue Q, the song "Everybody's a Little Bit Racist," which is a song from the play Avenue Q. And I thought, oh, they did that because as a little bit of a joke and a self-defense of their cancel culture problems,
Yeah.
And so we were discussing that on the train, and I showed you the video from Avenue Q, and I said, oh, I'm also a comedy musician, and I wrote my first German comedy song, auf Deutsch, and it was a love song to a Prenzlauer Berg woman that I'd written based off my friend's comment. It was like, schwangere, vegane, schwäbische Frau, liebe ich dich ganz genau, And
Nice.
I sang that for you, and you're like, you kind of looked at me for a minute, and there's a little bit of tension. You're like,
I can't remember.
But
really.
I
was so wasted.
Yeah, you guys were like, dude, we live in Prenzlauer Berg, And I was like, oh fuck. I was like really intimidated. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then you said, look, why don't you come party with us? Because we're having the after party at my place. And then you can say you've been to Prenzlauer Berg, because you can't really make fun of a place until you've been there, don't you think? And I was like, sure, fuck it, let's go. I hope I get killed.
Go with the psychopaths.
Go with the strangers to their apartment.
They
in
invited
the city.
me, and I never come back. I'm now in the friction of them. In pieces. I'm Hack&Slash.
Oh no. That's why I'm glad I'm Hack.
Yeah, and I'm Slash. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I was out on a limb. Yeah, I had a good vibe. I felt. I was all right. This seems legit. Hopefully I won't get
And
murdered.
then he comes home to my place.
Yeah, and
I
then
remember that.
we all partied,
that
and
was so much fun.
when we came to your place,
There was this strange girl.
you
Don't say the name.
Yeah, there were strange people.
Yeah. I mean, I was one of my best friends. He's still one of my best friends, and there was this strange girl.
Yeah,
Whatever. So
that was weird.
Yeah, and we listened to music. You are not a smoker. I mean, you smoke weed, but you don't smoke anything else.
But I had my cigar.
You had your cigar.
Yeah, I smoked cigars back then.
And that was so weird for me. But we smoked cigar because it was a party time.
Yeah, special.
It was like, yeah, a special night. Come on, we smoke cigar.
But then to the point of the D&D.
Yeah,
I saw your fucking AD&D collection.
That's what
dude.
I wanted to come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. He was like in my room. It is full of it was full of stuff. Now I live in another room, in another place, another flat in Berlin. And yeah, he saw my my comic collection and all my nerd stuff. And then he recognized my D&D second edition books, and he said, "What the fuck, Flo? You have D&D in German?"
I was very impressed.
Yeah, he was
very
really impressed. And it was like, you know D&D? Yeah, of course I know. And then I put out my books, and then we was like, we are connected, you know, NoFX concert, or I mean Punk and Republic.
Yeah.
And then D&D, and it was like love in first sight, you know, like
it was hardcore bromance, bro.
Totally. And then it was like, I don't know. I think you remembered it more than me, but then for me it was like bam, 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 all come together, and it was like, yeah, you search a place to live anywhere in Berlin? Come on, I have a room free, because I lived in a 2-room flat, and 1 room was free, and I said, yeah, cool, you can live in my room if you want to, and then he moved in.
Yeah, but that night, back to the night though, you also so first off, I was like, dude, AD&D second edition, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, who the fuck knows what this game is other than me?
What's Sacco?
Like, you know, because
we're in German.
We're in this is a 5e world, you know, but also then you busted out the minis, homie.
I busted up.
You pulled out your minis.
I put them.
Yeah, you whipped them out.
Really, I did. I can't remember.
You pulled out the one that you have that you'd painted a surface of water with like a boat and like a tentacle, and I think, and the shark man. Yeah. But you started showing me the mini collection, dude, and then I was like, holy fuck! And you're a brilliant miniature artist. So then
That's
I was
what
like,
he said.
No, it's true. Well, we're going to post them on Instagram, dude. So you'd be the judge, people who are listening, if you still are listening.
There were better ones, but I love painting minis for sure.
Yeah, but like I was like, dude, you're painting the minis. That's so rad, as well, and you're really immersed in the AD&D 2e world, man. And you busted out then also the you had a bunch of Sahuagin that you'd painted, the little fish monsters.
I didn't paint them. They were pre-painted.
Oh shit, they were pre-painted.
To be honest, yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Sorry. Did I came up with I painted them? No.
No, I don't know. I thought you did. Whatever. I don't know.
It's an honest podcast.
It is. We are honest people.
We try to.
Let's not pretend. We can't put that on Instagram and then say we painted it. We'll get busted.
Then the Pathfinder people will kill me.
The Pathfinder people will find you.
We painted them. Our industry machine painted them by hand.
But then the you had the Sahuagin book.
Yes.
You have like a whole second edition Sahuagin campaign with, and I started flipping through the underwater world and the Sahuagin queen.
Is it spelled Sahuagin?
Yeah, I think that's it. Correct me if I'm wrong, listeners, but it's Sahuagin, right?
I was always I don't know. I was always like Shahuagin.
I don't know how.
I don't know.
I've only ever seen it written down.
Cthulhu. Everybody say Cthulhu, but Shahuagin. Sahuagin. Sounds good. The devils of the sea.
Yeah. But we know they're an iconic D&D monster race.
I love them. They're amazing. And I have this book in German.
Yeah.
It's like an art book. It's so amazing. Yeah, okay. And I busted out.
Yeah, you showed me that and the minis, and it was so funny because we were weirding out the other two that were at the party. They're like, dude, are these guys fucking crazy?
What fucking nuts? I mean, the other friend of mine, Hello, lovely greets to Lars.
Lars.
He is also a fucking nerd, you know. So
Yeah.
he plays with us D&D also once in a while, and also other systems like Midgard or so. But I imagine that we are freak them out a little bit. Yeah, nerdcore,
Like hardcore nerdy bromance shit going on, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're like, get a fucking room and just roll some dice in each other's buttholes. Why don't you? You know, like so.
You know, after 5 years, it's really like it's still this like brother from another mother feeling. You know,
Yeah,
like,
we're
it's
still
really,
best friends, man. That's the thing.
So cool.
That's our origin story, though. That's how it all went down.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, then a few months later, I said, hey, I made the choice to move to Berlin, and I'm looking for a flat. Let me know if you know anything. You had me come stay in your pad. And then thus it was born, and we started hanging out. And now you're, to this day, like my best friend of the whole continent here in Europe. And we play D&D. We started gaming with AD&D Second Edition.
Yes.
We found some other people who are also into it somehow.
and they love it. I
One person never played before, and then the other one is like us and just has never.
Yeah.
He played it way back when, and then like
never.
never
The one person
moved forward.
never played RPG at all.
Yeah.
So
that's how you suck him into AD&D Second Edition. Be like, oh, you don't know any better.
So, but you will recognize some other games soon, but not D&D related. So it's
yeah,
like,
we're gonna start Call of Cthulhu and stuff. Yeah.
But the other guy is he actually helps us with the song. So
yeah, maybe let's do this. Why not take this moment to give some thanks to some people who helped us with this podcast? Because
please.
This guy Michael has helped us with the bass line of our intro. And
thank you, Michael.
Yes, thank you, Michael. Many thanks to
love
Michael.
Ya.
Also, thanks.
Thank you for rescuing my laptop.
Michael's a mad genius, and then also another mad genius who helped us, our friend Roy.
Wow, yeah.
Thank you to Roy for helping us make the intro.
It was a pleasure to meet you last week.
He's rad.
So cool. Last week was the last week, I think. Today, by the way, today it's what day? It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Friday, the whatever, something in end of May.
Yeah.
So,
but we're launching this in end of June, so,
so
the world might end by then.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can get this podcast
people
out.
that you just know, we always think we do it like we launch every last Friday of a month. You know? So that's a plan, and we record the podcast 1 month before. So we are 1 month behind.
We'll figure out the schedule, but basically the launching of the making it public on air is going to be the last Friday of every month. So
it's not so much like other podcasts. I think other podcasts are like once in a week.
A lot of them are weekly.
Yeah, but we can't
do time for that shit. We have the game D&D to play.
True. So there were more important things than podcasts.
Yeah, and we have homebrew shit, so that's like extra work.
Oh yeah, we come to that then, you know, and we have to paint minis and build maps.
Yeah, exactly, dude. So we put work into our game.
Yeah.
I just, with the thank you segment though, I also just want to say thanks to Felix, who has helped us with our logo,
which is not ready yet, but we are
as of this recording.
But maybe it's ready then when it's launched.
I think it'll be ready. It's weird that you're listening this in the future. Anyway, also look, thanks. I also want to say many thanks to my wife Mikal, because dude, seriously, like just. Yeah, for so many reasons, but
now you put the pressure on my side. Thanks to my wife Laura also, just for being my wife. So and also she started to play D&D this year, last year.
Yeah,
last year the first time
with her elephant Loxodon.
I'm together with her now 10 years, and it took a long time till she played with me, and now she played. Second edition D&D, and she loved it. You know, it's cool. She's not so into like we are. Nobody's like we are.
Yeah, we are.
I don't know. Comment in the comment section if there is anyone. So, and let us know if there are people so crazy with second edition than us. But my wife loved it. So
yeah, man. Yeah. And I also, really enjoying having my wife playing our campaign, and one badass half elf thief that she is.
And guys, and also thanks to you when you listen to us. of course, blah blah. Schleim, we would say slime to the people, like Schleimer.
Yeah.
Slimer. But also, like, we have this Patreon going on. So if you're gonna bitches, give us your money.
That's a very 90s thing to say, what you just said.
Yeah, but we are
Bitches give us your
Yeah, but we are in the 90s, huh? It's 99.
Is it 1999?
It's 1999.
Let's party like
999.
party like it's 1999.
So, yeah,
Dial 999 if you really
Guys,
want the truth.
people, whatever. If you want to give us some money, we have this Patreon going on, and if there is going on enough money, we will maybe make up some merch or
We'll
so.
give you some shit.
Yeah, for sure. We don't know yet,
We
but
don't
we will.
know.
Yeah, we all grab it in our pocket and buy new minis.
Step one.
What?
Step one is anybody listening to this fucking thing. How many people do you think play second edition still on Earth?
On Earth.
Yeah, in the whole world.
How many people are on Earth?
I think we just got to 8 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 billion. So I think
Yeah.
maybe. Give me a number.
What do you think?
I don't
I already thought of this question, so I know my answer. What's yours?
2.3 million.
What?
It's not so much.
That play AD&D? That's a lot.
I'm not good in numbers. I'm a social worker. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe it's just 250,000. I'm not sure.
Dude.
What's your number? Give me a number. Inspire me, please.
I think that it probably like 5,000 people play it.
No, that's too less.
Yeah, maybe it is.
5,000.
Maybe it's not. Yeah.
No.
How many? Okay.
How many people are playing D&D?
Go on our Instagram and comment how many people are playing AD&D second edition.
Please, yeah, let me know. Let us know.
I need another.
Really
I need another beer.
Yeah,
So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna just click the pause here.
Yeah, I have to go to the toilet.
Go to the bathroom, and then
that was in the microphone.
Yeah,
but we keep that.
Yeah, total hack and slash Beavis and Butthead style.
It's 42 minutes now on point, and we always say like we want to make around 1 hour.
Yeah, whatever. We don't bore them with this.
Today we
shit.
make a little bit more because it's a first one, and I'm so into.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
So maybe we make 15 more minutes, and we will see what's
we'll
going on.
see.
Yeah, listen to us.
We'll give you a break.
Listen to me.
We're gonna be
listen
back.
to me, baby.
We'll be back, and then
sorry.
we're gonna do our official mid segment. We're gonna launch what happens in the middle of the show, and we'll tell you.
Yeah.
Hang on to your fucking.
There comes
crotches.
a lot more.
And
We are back from the
peeing.
break.
It was insane. It was incredible.
Oh, it was crazy. I was together with you on the toilet, but I didn't see your
Whoa.
penis. Oh, what?
Um,
Because I was in another room. Was not.
No,
Tall
so
enough.
this is the middle of our show, and
Yep.
so we decided we're gonna have in the middle of the podcast a segment where we teach you, if you don't speak German, a German word
Yeah.
a D&D word.
Let's do it.
And today, I've chosen the word, one of my favorite words.
You will always chosen, I think, because I speak German, but it's cool.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Oh no, this is our first podcast.
Yeah.
I think that the word for dragon breath and breath weapon.
Odemwaffe.
Yeah, so in German, dragon breath is Drachenatem.
Drachenatem.
Yeah, dragon breath, and then the breath weapon is Odemwaffe.
Odemwaffe.
Yeah, dude, Odemwaffe, super cool. I love it. That's just got a nice sound to it.
Okay,
and
people, talk after me. Drachenatem.
Drachenatem.
Odemwaffe.
Odemwaffe.
So now you can speak German. Cool.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Walk into a shop, need to buy a
yeah,
pretzel, Odemwaffe.
Yeah. As we also say, like it's in English D20, we in German say W20.
Yeah, because V meaning Würfel, so
Würfel.
it's a W instead
Yeah.
of a D.
For dice. So
Yeah.
or die.
Yeah.
So die and dice, it's also like this thing. And how is it to pronounce it? Like there are more dice. You still say die, huh?
Yeah, a die is a singular.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Yeah, but two
And then
die.
the two is a plural.
Yeah, but two die or two dice.
Dice, yeah.
Is it then like that? Yeah.
Yeah, dice is plural, yeah.
Because I know
this is also for German speakers. Do you want to learn English? Here's the English learning segment, I guess it turns out. Something for everyone.
But I saw some YouTubers, some 40K YouTubers. Maybe someone will recognize what 40K means. They talk about
some people might know what 40K means. Yeah,
you know, I know. Okay, everything's fine.
It's a game, also.
It's a game, and there are people that talked about D&D. About dice, and they say die and dice. It's the same, like you can say 1 die, 2 die, 3 die.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Whatever.
I'm an English teacher, but I don't know.
You
made me question myself.
Yeah, that's my job.
I don't know, actually.
So
listeners, leave comments in our Instagram. Can you say die for plural dice?
I want to know. I really want to know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Maybe Canadians say it different to US.
If only there was like some sort of
or English people say
thing we could access that would give us this information. Like if there's something that had a lot of information on it, we could look the information upon. Hi, we're from the 90s. Yeah, we don't know what Google is.
Is there any homepage?
So next topic, dude. Yeah. How did we get into? So we've said why we how come we're playing AD&D now? We met and we have all the books and we love it and there's always new things to explore. But how did we get into playing AD&D Second Edition?
Yeah,
like why? I mean, it's a thing of its era. It's like kind of the time we started playing D&D. AD&D Second Edition was the edition, and we just never stopped playing it.
And it's so funny because everybody got kind of similar but so different into the game, I think, because I kind of know your story, not really, so I'm really interested, but I know also like Michael, who makes a bass line for our intro.
Yeah. That's his name now. Michael, who makes the bass line for our intro.
Yeah. His wife is also
like an Indian name.
Yeah, his wife is also called like Jay. I don't know what's her name is. Wife of the man who makes the intro. And he also launched kind of like how he got into D&D, and so it's so different. So how did you get into D&D?
So for me, it was my gateway board game was Hero Quest.
Oh, of course. Oh, nice. Classic. Yeah. Super classic.
So my uncle...
And that's GW, dude. That's Games Workshop.
Really?
Yeah, it's Games Workshop.
Game Workshop ripping off D&D.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Nice.
So the people from Games Workshop actually played D&D in the beginning. And then they launched all these mini games, blah, blah, blah. So and then Hero Quest was their first game.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah. So
yeah, I remember...
Related to D&D.
That's crazy, the connections. Yeah. Such an incestuous family with these games.
Nerds, how they work.
Nerds, how do they work?
Nerd brains.
So
like magnets.
I got... You caught the reference. Nice. ICP in the house. Oh, by the way, we have a...
Green is not a creative color.
We have a...
Sorry. No, come on.
Just the references. The references.
No, come.
If you catch all the references, that's great.
Yeah. Please keep comments in the comment section when you recognize things.
You reminded me, though, we do have also a Spotify playlist for our podcast.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Please listen to that.
Yeah.
And I feel like now we have to put ICP on it, though.
ICP was from?
We're gonna put stuff on the Spotify playlist that is songs that come up in our podcast.
Yeah,
so
in the episode.
No Effects will be on there now, but like ICP, I'm really sad. Why do you fucking total Beavis and Butthead status, this goddamn duo we got going on here.
And laughing about their own röpser is really retarded. But I say retarded
you
again.
Can't. I can. All right, whatever, dude.
Yeah,
Internet's
whatever.
gonna murder the living shit.
Yeah. I think also
I'm guilt by association now.
Always cancel us, Spotify.
Cancel as fuck. Thanks a lot.
God, we don't mean that.
Started.
We don't mean it. I'm a social worker. I can't say that.
Okay, whatever.
I know.
Justification is. It's fine. I'm glad you're honest.
But
ICP,
ICP,
Insane
what was
Clown
it again?
Posse. They
Yeah, of course.
they
Oh,
said lots
God.
of bad
Oh,
words in
yeah.
their songs that you can't say now.
Yeah. Insane Clown
Um,
Posse, they are so insane.
Yeah,
And they are so stupid.
they're stupid as fuck.
Oh, man.
It's the stupidest shit, dude.
Sorry, Insane Posse.
Oh
but
no!
you
Now first the internet's gonna cancel us, then the juggalos are gonna come murder our corpses. That's what's gonna happen now. It's too much shit talking going on this podcast flow. We can't be pissing everybody off, especially not juggalos, man. Those guys are crazy, man. You know?
That's our first episode.
And then they were killed by a bunch of PC juggalos.
They tried hard. And then some murder clowns come. It is in the house. Pennywise! It's a cool band, by the way.
Now
Fuck
Pennywise
Pennywise.
has to be on our playlist too. Look,
Yeah, why not?
the ICP though, man, they yeah, we'll put them on the playlist. They'll be on
Why?
it.
I mean, okay, but why you came up with ICP now?
Because the magnets, how they work.
Oh, yeah, of
reference,
course. Oh, yeah, I see.
That's
see.
from.
I see.
That's
I
from
have-
this
I have tears in my eyes of laughing.
magnets. How do they work?
Yeah, true. Okay.
Yeah.
But where was our point? There was like where we came from, how we
Hero
get
Quest.
into.
My uncle bought me Hero Quest
Yeah.
for Christmas,
Sorry, guys.
and
that you have to listen to these.
that's the nature of the podcast world, though. Like that's what makes it fun. So my uncle bought me Hero Quest, so I played it with my friends. We loved it, you know, the minis and the dice and the different stats, the characters. That's the first introduction to that. And then a friend of mine, older brother, saw us playing Hero Quest and was like, "You guys would love D&D." And so
so cool that you started.
he gave us
this mini game. So.
yeah. Oh, dude,
so-
Hero Quest was so cool, man.
Yeah.
I didn't play the relaunch that they just recently did, but I would love to try it.
It's
maybe.
the same game.
Yeah,
Just different minis.
yeah. Oh man, I would love to try that again.
Yeah.
But like they
We have it at our game club.
cool, man. I
So,
mean, yeah,
yeah.
we'll see. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll see what the
There
year
is a game
brings.
club where I always go, like every Wednesday. Will not exist forever, but still till end of August we have it. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So my friend gave me the player's handbook and said, "Here's what you can do." And I think what really plugged in my true like love of D&D at first sight was that my favorite book of all time still today is The Hobbit. I've read it 8 times in my life.
so sweet,
I read it
sister.
like a quarter of it in German. I should probably start cracking away at it again to help improve my Deutsch. But like,
I read it 2 times in German just, and it's beautiful.
yeah, it's
so.
such a good book.
But
and,
I think in English it's so different. I imagine, you know, like lost in translation, like everything is. So
yeah, well, but still, there's the story. The story is such a good. It's like a little.
I love the
fantasy romp.
sequence of floating in the river in these barrels.
Yeah, it's so cool,
Oh,
dude.
it's so sweet.
And I loved.
And I was so young when I read it. You know,
Yeah.
like I was like, I don't know, 16 or 17. It was beautiful.
Well, I think
Yeah.
I first read it when I was like maybe 10,
Yeah.
and then I love Bilbo
Yeah.
Baggins, and I saw in the player's handbook that you could be a halfling thief,
Mhm.
like Bilbo Baggins,
Mhm.
and it was like Hero Quest, but then you could play as basically Bilbo Baggins.
Mhm.
And I was like, that is fucking dope, dude. So I made my little halfling thief, and we had a little adventure. I remember the first adventure. My friend's older brother DM'd us, and it was really basic. He's like, all right, dude, this isn't like Hero Quest. There's no like board. It's just like, okay, you're wandering around.
It's not just hack and slash.
It's not just hack and slash.
Yeah.
Oh, that you used our title of the podcast in
Oh,
the
that's our
conversation.
title. Oh, sorry.
Very nice.
Okay, yeah, true. But
You-
it's not.
in actual context, yes. And
I
so,
open a new beer. Sorry.
yeah, grab the beer, dude.
Why I say sorry?
Don't apologize for that. So
just
this is there was a blink dog. I remember he had us wandering the desert. Or no, it was like a death dog, one of the 2-headed death dogs.
Cheers.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
So it was me as a halfling thief. My friend was playing a fighter, and then he had a DM NPC as a fighter, and then we fought a blink dog or a death dog, a 2-headed death
I
dog.
don't remember my
And the death
first
dog gave my
PC.
character the disease bite. And then I was like,
Okay.
whoa, okay. Later on, he's like, you start to feel sick and stuff. And I'm like, this is awesome, dude. It's like Hero Quest Plus, you know? And
Because it's also in my mind,
yeah.
not just on the board. You know?
Exactly,
So,
yeah.
yeah. It's more like, cinema on the mind. That's
Yeah.
what it is, you know. Everybody knows. So what's pen and paper is. So yeah. But
And then I just from there,
No.
started to really get into it and started DMing my own stuff and,
how
and
old?
buying the modules.
Was you there?
At that time, I would have been like, I want to say 13.
Okay. Yeah.
This would have been like 1994.
In which city was that?
This was in Boise. I grew up in Boise, Idaho.
Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Is it a big one or a small one? I don't know.
Nah, it's I think back then it was about 350,000 people. I'm not
Okay.
sure. It's grown a lot since then.
For me, it was in this age would be a big city. Like where I grown up was like 30,000 people.
30,000. Okay,
So
yeah.
so it's really small. Like 28,000 was actually.
Okay.
So in these times.
And how did you get into D&D?
Ah,
In
nice.
Vecna? You
In
started
Vecna,
playing when you were in
yeah.
Vecna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice that
In
you asked me.
Vecna.
Vecna.
You were living inside of Vecna.
No, in Fechter.
Inside of Vecna's butthole.
In the Fechter, the dude who can really use this sword really well. Swashbuckler. I got into D&D because of... So I was always a nerd, kind of. Always like a bookworm. Jake always has to handle a hand
Speak
inside
into
of
the
me.
mic.
And I was like, I drifted up, like...
You're always
put-
like your head's
put
going
my-
into imagination
yeah,
land, dude.
but it's easier to me, like I have always to look onto the roof and close my eyes.
Yeah, and then your mouth goes
And
away
where
from the
is the
microphone.
microphone? I put it a
How
little
do they
bit
work?
closer. So how microphones work? So is it possible like this? I don't know. Sorry,
Okay,
guys.
whatever.
So
It's our first podcast.
I think people don't imagine that already.
So how,
First of all,
speak into the mic and tell me,
okay, don't.
how did you get into D&D?
I got into it's like by a therapy.
We're doing therapist office vibes.
Yeah, I lay down.
Now that you've killed someone in the name of D&D, how did you get into D&D?
I was like 15, and it was at school. That there was like a schoolmate, a school friend, and he was together with two of his brothers also. So he have two siblings. So they were older than us, and he was in my age. And there was this youth club, and there was this youth hostel next to my town on a lake. So, and you could go.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. It's a rich city where I come from. Fechter, it's a really rich city. It's CDU.
It's like the Ruhrgebiet?
No, it's Niedersachsen.
Oh, okay.
So it's in the north, close to Bremen, close to Hamburg also.
Okay.
So, and...
Learn your German geography, people, or you won't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah. So, and Fechter is Niedersachsen. So, and I was always a nerd, I always read books, and I always like these old Revell models, like from the Second World War, these ships and tanks.
Oh, yeah.
I always builded them,
Mm-hmm.
till I recognize that it's bullshit to build
Yeah.
Second World War shit. So, but as a kid, I loved that shit. So, and I was always a nerd, but still I was a cool kid. I don't know how, but I was like this Gandhi kid. So, like, neutral. So,
Gandhi kids.
so, and then I met Christian, what's his name? And he was like in a class next to my class. And he was like, it was like a break from the Klassenstunde, from like, I don't know, math or German or whatever we got teach there. And he was asking me like, hey, Flo, do you know what roleplay is? I said, no. So do you want to play a game? So
yeah, role play. Come to my place. I'll show you.
I was 15.
Do you have some leather?
Yeah. Now, I mean, it was kind of that, like these like talking in the break, like what's pause? What is
Pause, a break.
Yeah, like this break between the class.
Oh, recess. Yeah.
Yeah, recess. Yeah. So,
Recess. What a weird word.
And I recognize that they are talking about a game. So, and I was like, what are you playing? Blah blah. And he was like, yeah, this and this, and I can't imagine what it is. And then he said, yeah, there's this game club. Not this game, it's this youth club where we got hitchhiking, where we got hiking, where we got kayaking, where we got camping, but we also play games there. So, and we meet in the weekends with other kids and play games. So, and there was one game was D&D. So, and I got introduced to D&D about this youth club, kind of. So, and there was like random kids like girls, boys, met each other and then make characters. I think my first character was like a dwarf. I'm pretty sure it was a dwarf fighter.
Nice.
So
Good first
yeah,
character.
of
Good
course,
first character.
one of the first ones. So and then I played like one whole weekend from Friday to Sunday, just D&D. I don't have any idea. I did not have any idea of the rules.
Blacked out.
So I just like into the game and I loved it, you know. And then there was this hobby store in my town where I always go. Where I always went to buy models, you know, like Revell models, like my planes and my tanks. And in this hobby store, there was second edition D&D books. And I said, what? They have these books here. Cool. I buy them. And there was this starter set, you know, like it was like a box full of little magazines. So that is kind of the player's handbook. In German, it's like split into little magazines, into 5 little magazines. This player's handbook in English, it's in German was in the second edition split into 5 little magazines, and you have it in one box. And I saw this box, and there's this red dragon on top of this box, and it came into a valley, and there stands this little fighter.
Some graphic imagery.
Yeah, and
enticing the teenage boys.
Totally. And I got it, and then I bring it home to my class friends, you know, friends from my class, and I said, "Hey, I figure out a really, really cool game. Do you want to join the game?" And then I started to DM already, you know.
Oh,
like,
you DM'd before you played it?
Mhm.
Dude, legend.
Yeah. I mean, I played it on this weekend, and then I was like, I had so many ideas of own world in my head, you know, like and I want to recreate what they bring me up there, you know, like I also want to have a bar fight as I had there, and then we had this bar fight with little arrows in our hands and arrows in the eye of the enemy, you know, like it's a 20, yeah, the arrow hits the eye of the enemy, blah blah blah. We was 15, you know, freaking out, so it was so cool. And then we switched every weekend. Now I am the DM. Now I am the DM. Now I am the DM. So we switched every weekend. So we did not have rotating DMs. We did not have a really campaign going on. So till we're getting older and older, but we just really chaotic make every weekend a new character.
Hacking away.
It was so much fun, you know. So it was 15, and then I still met people in this youth club and in this youth hostel, and we had also like 1 week of D&D. Yeah, it was just fun, you know, just playing, and my memories sparkling around a little bit. I don't know, what really we played there, but it was
I love that.
fun.
I love this idea also, like how the campaigns, the when you play AD&D second edition or D&D in general, no matter what age you are, what edition you're playing, like how it kind of that's my term to burp.
Yep.
Now then it's kind of like
let it out.
Beavis and Butthead status. Yeah, so like, but how when you're a kid playing it, your teenage imagination kind of makes one thing for the game, and it's like reading fucking Catcher in the Rye, you know, like there's something different that you get from it at every different age, you know.
Totally.
So like I played as a teenager, and like it was really I bought a lot of the modules, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I like
I didn't,
but
I always was homebrew,
but it was
homebrew, not homebrew.
The worlds were really, we didn't homebrew, so the worlds were really, it was like a plugged in thing, and then when I was in my 20s, I did a homebrew. I wanted to start my homebrew world, and then I started thinking more about like kind of the politics of kingdoms and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
And how it was based off of like 1600s Europe and the limited information I knew about that world.
I see.
So it's like how are like the relationship between, like I started thinking about politics and shit at that age, you know, in 20. So that reflected my D&D campaign.
Okay.
And then like in my 30s, I did a brief thing with like dinosaurs in space, because I was in a space marching band and just getting crazy with it, like and kind of thinking about space and like how planets work and shit.
When I was like around the 20s, I bring up some drugs.
Oh yeah.
In my campaigns, like, hey, they are smoking some weed, and my old friends can't handle that.
Oh no!
They was like, "Oh, Flo, no, you are addicted.
You're using the marijuana in the Dungeons and Dragons.
You are a junkie." And I was like, sorry, we are living different worlds. And because my friends who I played with D&D when I was young, are not anymore my friends. I'm sorry. So, and it was this time when I lost these friends, So, but
That's too bad, dude.
yeah, but I found other friends who I can play D&D with.
Like who?
Like these punk rock guys to bring me to punk rock. It was also with 15, 16, and I go to my first punk rock show there, and I drink beer and smoke some weed.
Is he a total hack?
He is kind of a Slash.
I thought you were the Slash, dude.
Yeah, no, it was not you. It was.
Were you talking about someone else?
Yeah, he was not 20 when I met you the first time.
I see you are referring to
Yeah. Sorry, it was 10 years before that.
I'm off track.
No, I'm so sorry for you.
Look, I actually have my friends that I played D&D with are still my friends, but I just don't really talk with them very much. So, they're living in Idaho
Hey,
still.
guys, sorry. No, it's really emotional. When my old friends, Florian, Thomas, Peter, listen to me here at the podcast, please give a comment because, guys, I kind of miss you.
Aww.
And I hope you still play second edition. It would be awesome.
Dude, I totally miss you.
And I'm not drug addicted.
Not addicted to drugs.
No.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Please leave a comment.
I think you saw that, but it's not happening. So I work with drug addicted.
My friends that I play, I want to also just leave a shout out to my friends I started playing with as part of my origin story episode here because they're so Matt and Joel and Tyler and even Brandon. If you guys are listening, Brandon. If you
is he a horse?
What?
Brandon.
No, I just said it like that because I'm a weird.
Sorry, Brandon. I don't know you.
It has nothing to do with his name or personality. No, I speak musically. I'm a bard.
Oh yeah.
So
he's not a horse.
He's not a horse. He's a man. He's a good man. So
a male horse.
Look,
Centaur.
Matt, Joel, Brandon, Tyler. If you guys are listening,
and Brandon,
let's drop a comment and let me know because that's cool as fuck. But also, this is only for Matt and Joel.
Mm-hmm.
We made an agreement that if one of us ever got a tattoo that said second edition forever, the other two of us would have to get the same tattoo.
Nice.
Our choice where on our bodies, but nobody's done it yet.
Oh, dude, yesterday.
Should we do it? Okay, wait, listeners, I'll tell you what. Listeners of our podcast, if you give enough money in our Patreon, maybe that'll be the first thing. I'll get a fucking second edition forever tattoo.
I gonna join that tattoo, and it's okay for you, or is it too personal?
And then
I gonna join that.
Then Matt and Joel will have to get the tattoo too.
Heck yeah!
Or else I don't know what happens if they don't.
It's so funny because yesterday I had a Telegram call. Or a writing with a friend, and he is tattooed from bottom to head.
Yeah, he's a full tat guy.
So, and he said about, Flo, do you know the Chaos Star? I think you are knowing the Chaos Star. I say, of course I know that. This 8-point Chaos Star, Yeah, he said, because of 40K, you know that.
Chaos meaning chaos. The German word for chaos is chaos.
Chaos, chaos. Yeah, that's anarchy. and whatever he wants to join.
It's easier than Odemwaffe.
So maybe we make together this chaos star. I don't know why I say that now in the podcast. It's not so important, but it's also related to nurtured
D&D tattoos.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I don't have any. Do I?
Oh, no.
I have some skulls.
I got no tats. You're the tat man of us too. That's why you're Slash, and I'm just a goddamn hack. Look, I think that's the end of our podcast.
I think so. Wait, let's discuss the origins of the D&D game. No, not today.
Nah, that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole singer.
Yeah, this is like our origin story.
We talk about what's with the names Hack&Slash. No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but not so much because Hack&Slash is like also related to like the 90s kind of like.
Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, that's another.
Yeah. So, but how did we met? We talk about.
We did it all. It's fine.
Yeah, we did it.
There's one thing.
Oh, Sago. We don't talk about.
We'll do that later too.
Okay.
Look, there is one thing though. If we're gonna leave with one thing, I would like to mention.
Make a spoiler.
No, I just want to say like what our classes are in real life.
Oh, that's nice.
Like because again, I think that's origin story material.
That's nice. I love it.
Because D&D for me is like
we talked about.
It's a fun
that before,
game, but it's kind of like it's like a metaphor in a lot of ways for other shit that's going. Like I
mean, you can break out of your real life from that, but
yeah,
mostly or sometimes you play what you really are.
Yeah, like this idea that like you can play a character that's completely different from you,
Mhm.
or you can play like something that is completely your actual alter ego in that game world.
Yeah.
And so for me in real life, like I am like a
Bard.
12th level bard
Totally.
who's gotten nowhere, hence being a hack. But I am one badass bard who does some shit that my job, I use bardic skills that the bards of D&D use.
He is an actor, you know. He is an actor, and he loves to play music. So yeah.
And I work as a tour guide,
and he loves to tell stories.
Yeah,
so
telling stories about Berlin.
he's a totally bard. So
yeah, so every day I'm out there.
And I was not sure about what I am, but after you told me what I am, I agree.
You're
totally.
a cleric, homie.
I'm a cleric.
You're
I'm a cleric. Totally.
I'm mentioned multiple times.
Yeah.
You're a social worker.
Yeah, I'm a social, but I never imagined that as a cleric.
That's
but
cleric stuff.
Yeah, that's cleric stuff.
Yeah, total healing and helping and burping.
Oopsie.
Jesus
sorry.
Christ, dude.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's the end of the episode. Dude.
Hey, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. I hope you guys too.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know. So to wrap it up, we hope you liked it.
Yeah, I hope so. I think it was totally cool. I loved it.
I had fun.
Yeah, it's now one hour and 10 minutes, so it's so cool. We said 1 hour around. Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect timing. So guys,
let's not wank ourselves off too much,
maybe
though.
we can make these little spoilers that we talk about next time about origins of the D&D game. Maybe
I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, okay. It's true. It's anarchy.
We're just figuring this out as we go.
Chaos, or as we say in German, chaos. So yeah,
it's total chaos.
Fuck it, guys. Good night. Goodbye. Thank you. And have fun and play. We can't say play on, but roll. What was our outro?
Our button.
What was our outro? Was like something. Roll. Natural 20s.
Oh yeah. May you roll a natural 20.
Good night.
Yeah, may your life be full of natural 20s. May you roll a natural 20. That's our button.
Out.